Hey guys, and happy snow day. So, since we are not making up snow days, we're not adding days to the end of the school year like we usually would. You still get work on snow days. The only difference is that you get some extensions as far as getting the work done, just in case you're dealing with power outages or any other type of issue that a snow day might bring along. Um, What I'm going to do now is just kind of show you today's assignment, walk you through it, and then at the end, we can talk about the office hours that I'll be holding, where you can come in and check up and ask any questions or get any clarification that you might need for today's work. So, your assignment will post actually the night before. So, I'll be posting it tonight, Monday, 2 1, just to give you extra time. You can get it done out of the way, whatever you feel like. But you are given a week to get this work done because of the snow day status. So I'm just going to show you the assignment. I've already pulled it up. It's going to post like this. This is an extension of the assignment from last week. So remember, last week we had a similar slideshow, and in that assignment, we looked at policies and events that contributed to sectionalism and also the Civil War. So that was part one. 9 people turned it in, 9 did not. This is part two. You're going to work on the final topic. So in part one, we did Missouri Compromise. We did the Dred Scott versus Sanford Supreme Court ruling, and we did the Kansas Nebraska Act. Part two is looking at the final piece, which are the Lincoln Douglas debates. Yes, that is President Lincoln. This is a debate prior to him becoming President of the United States. So I'm going to walk you through the assignment and the parts that you need to complete, and then I'll set you off to do it. All right, we are looking at the first slide. Remember, this is an extension of last week's assignment. For your warm-up, you're going to use last week's assignment and write down 2 takeaways. So maybe you want to say 2 things about the Missouri Compromise. Or maybe you want to say 1 thing about Scott versus Sanford decision and 1 thing about the Kansas-Nebraska Act. I don't mind or care what 2 takeaways you want to list, but you need to be able to show me that you took something from last week and you can build upon it. Now, do I expect you to remember it? No. You can go back to those slides and get those answers, review and refresh your memory on those answers, because this stuff is continuing with us. This stuff shows up on quizzes and tests and all that good type of assessment. So put a couple takeaways in here. Shouldn't take long at all. These are the topics that you should probably focus on, since these are the topics from last week's lesson. All right, for the next one, there are 2 slides, all based on this link here at the top. This is Encyclopedia Britannica, a very good use or source of information that is also free, so it's good for us as well. So please use that source. If you need to use others, please just make sure you're using good ones and cite what you're using. Otherwise, please use that source directly for the questions on this page, 1 through 4, and also 5 through 9. See how it says continued at the top here? So all of those questions are coming from this link at the top to the encyclopedia. So we've done warm-up, we've done encyclopedia questions. Next part is going to be based on this dramatic rendition of the Lincoln Douglas debates, the topic in question for today. So this looks very old because it is. It's taken or done in 1940. And so this is very old even by our perspective, But this is also something that's redone about, 80 years after the first one. So we have to take that into perspective. So you're going to watch this dramatic rendition. This is Lincoln that you see here, or the actor portraying Lincoln. And you'll also see Douglas, who was his opponent for this particular debate. And the nice part is that it does give you the words, so it does give you closed captioning of what they're saying. And so that helps you to answer these questions as you go through. These are more questions based on the video. And that video is only 6.5 minutes long. So you're probably going to have to play it over, right? Like I was playing it in class today and we had to pause it and just kind of take a breath, figure out what we learned, and then continue it or replay it. So all of these questions on these two slides go to that little 6.5 minute video. All right, second to last part of your assignment. You're going to analyze the cartoon as best you can. You're going to locate 3 famous people in the cartoon that are featured in this lesson. They're in this lesson, so try to put names to the faces. They're in this lesson. Who are 3 people? And explain which ones you're doing. So if you want to talk about who this guy is, say the guy in the bottom right is this man. Okay, then you answer the other questions. What do they represent? Caricatures. You might have to go back to your analyzing a cartoon lesson. Remember, we always use this information again. We always practice it because practice makes perfect. This is the definition of quadrille, which comes up in the title of this particular political cartoon. All right, last part. You have a choice of an exit ticket. You are going to either do choice 1, which requires you to go to the Library of Congress, this website that is linked here in green. Find a cartoon related to the Civil War before, during, or after. Copy and paste the cartoon here, and then analyze it. Answer these parts. Summarize it in a way to demonstrate your understanding of its meaning. You can do bullet points, and then follow these guidelines. Remember, I'll have office hours if you have questions. If you don't want to do that one, which I think is kind of fun, I hope you try that one, you can do the alternate option, which is to choose 2 of the following items and explain how they contributed to the sectionalism that led to the Civil War. So how did that make people kind of want to do their own thing, right? Remember Mr. Howe explaining sectionalism, the idea that different states want to kind of section themselves off or divide off and follow their own policies, their own belief systems, their own styles of government. That is it, guys. Looks like a lot, really not a lot. We got through quite a decent amount in class today, and you'll have plenty of time to work on this. So, like I said, I will have office hours tomorrow. I believe those office hours are 12 to 1. Let me just pause this for a minute and double check. Yes, 12 to 1 is the social studies designated office hours for tomorrow. So like I said, I'll post that Google Meet code in your classroom stream. You can't use your class one because remember, I have 4 other classes that I teach, all the same subjects. I have a lot of you, so we have to use a universal code that anyone can access. All right, guys, like I said, I hope you enjoy your snow day. And please reach out if you need any help because all I'll be doing is shoveling and catching up on term 3 grading and all sorts of boring stuff like that. So I'll be around. Drop me an email if you need help or if you just want to say hello.